When I first started making jewelry, I was going to the University of Colorado in Boulder, and I took a jewelry class because it was kind of by default, because the pottery class that I wanted to get into was filled. So I started making jewelry, and something just intuitively appealed to me about constructing jewelry. I really enjoyed the process of taking materials and transforming them into something beautiful. I loved that you could take just sheet and wire and hammer it, and then when you solder it, it becomes discolored and blackened, and then you clean it up, and it's kind of this beautiful, magical, transformative process that hopefully ends up with a beautiful piece of jewelry at the end. Being a kid of the 50s and 60s and growing up where instead of having TV or videos, we had National Geographic. So I think, other cultures and travel has always kind of been something that's interested me, and I've always collected things. I mean, sometimes I look at the jewelry that I make, especially the necklaces and bracelets where I have different shapes and stones assembled and put together in certain patterns, and then you go to a museum and look at work that's made by some ancient culture or some tribal culture, and you see what they've done. They've sometimes it's very finely worked, but other times humans have just found shapes and assembled them or modified them and put them together in some sort of a pattern. And I just think that's a very intuitive human endeavor that I don't know where that comes from exactly, except that humans have to always kind of make their mark on things. So I think in some ways, even though I'm making the jewelry, what I'm also doing is putting together shapes and putting together colors and textures, and it has to be just the right balance of form and color, texture, transparency, and all those things are really important to me in my designing, but it's not a process that really needs to have a big statement involved with it. I just think it's a human activity.